The Manchester United fan joined us on the show today, but at this point in time, we have a neutral, maybe not so neutral. I mean, because in the age of banter, if you are not a supporter of a particular team, that means you don't look like neutral. Always looking for the downfall. You can tell, like I see you are dressed in black. Maybe you came to mourn.
Yeah, the plan was to mourn my U's loss of another 3 points, but it didn't exactly go the way I planned. So the banter are not going to enter today, but banter still did.
All right. I mean, the manager of the month and the player of the month. Talk about Ruben Amorim and certain Brian Mbeumo did the best they could to ensure that United's foes against Tottenham Hotspur didn't continue. Last season they were battered 4 times when they came knocking, but this time around they've come out with a point. I mean, United they were good in the month of October, and it's evident why their manager backed the manager of the month, and also one of their best players this season was awarded the best player of the month of October. Let's talk about to this afternoon's match. Were you expecting United to come out with this result? Because judging by the fact that Tottenham have been shambolic at home, they've only managed to win 1 Premier League game at home, and it was against Burnley. I mean, any team who cannot defeat Burnley at home should be in the Championship. Okay, so were you expecting United to come with maximum points with a draw or a loss?
Okay, so Spurs' form aside,
okay,
if you consider the number of players they had out,
okay,
it was a game that you would expect United to win this time, especially considering how the last season went, where they lost 4 in 4, and you'd expect that would be like a spring to
defeat
the player. Yeah, nice word play. Yeah, but it was really a shambolic display from the team today. Like I said, if you consider all the players that Spurs had missing, you'd expect Man U to nip this one. But then it is what it is. Man U, when they get to play, you don't know the exact Man U team that you are going to witness when you tune in. There's always that debate: are you going to see the Man U against the Liverpool or the Man U against the Brentford? So you really don't know what Man U get to see every match day. The same apply for Tottenham, anyways. But then it was really a drab game. 2 teams that has over time embodied inconsistency. At the end of the day, it was maybe expected result.
Okay.
Yeah, because none of the 2 played enough to win. So if you ask me, I'll say it's a fair outcome.
Okay, you talked about the game being a drab game. What about the last, say, 15-20 minutes of the game? Didn't you consider it to be dramatic and interesting?
Okay, so you'd expect it. At one point, one team was chasing the game. At another time, the other team was they were looking to come back into the game. So it's expected that you have those moments of high intensity. Yeah, and I think if I were to be the Man U coach, I would go away from this game with only one bright spot, and that would be Ahmad's performance. He was beyond himself, running from one end of the pitch to the other end to help out with the defense and all of that. Outside that, nothing really to write home about for the team.
Okay, for someone who was disappointed with the performances of the 22 players plus the substitutes, who would you say will make it for you as your man of the match?
The obvious debate would be Mbeumo versus Ahmad. But I'll give it to Ahmad. Okay. His work rate was phenomenal. He was all over the place.
Okay, all right. Judging by United's recent form, I mean, this is a team who had to wait for 10, 11 months to win back-to-back Premier League games. They took it a notch further to win 3 in a row. But now it's like they are backsliding, 2 draws in a row now. Where do you think United can actually finish at the end of the season, judging by the fact that they've been eliminated from the Carabao Cup? The FA Cup is yet to commence sometime in 2 months from now. They're not playing in Europe. Do you think they can maybe make it to Europe, make it to the Champions League, or not?
Okay, so judging by the way the season has panned out so far, I would not be surprised if by the end of the season, Man U finds a back door into the Champions League. It will not be difficult to see Man U finish in 5th place, really, because if you look at outside the Arsenal's, City, Liverpool, the remaining 2 spots for the Champions League is there for the taking. There's really not been any standout team from the chasing pack. Right now, we're looking at Sunderland, the surprise package of the season, and then there's that question if they can sustain it. Outside Sunderland, I think it's there for Man U to take, because again, if you consider the games they've played against the supposed big boys and how many points they've taken off from those games, it's doable. It might not look like it because again there's no consistency when it comes to Man U, but the same can be said for almost everybody around that part of the league. There's Chelsea, you don't know what you get from them also these days. So yeah, it's very possible. I'll not be surprised if they finish 5th.
All right. Many thanks for your thoughts on the show today.
Thank you. You're welcome.